Raila Odinga, one of Kenya's most seasoned politicians, is on the verge of making history. Will he rise to lead the African Union, or will the forces against him prove too strong? Let's break it down. But before we do, if you love raw and filtered African news with no sugarcoating, hit that subscribe button right now so you never miss out. Now back to the action. Raila Odinga has had a long and influential political career, marked by multiple presidential bids and strong opposition leadership in Kenya. Now he stands at the doorstep of a major continental role, the chairmanship of the African Union. This election is more than just a personal milestone. It carries significant implications for both Kenya and Africa.
It is therefore an immense privilege to host all of you as we assemble in Nairobi to announce Kenya's nomination of the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga as candidate for the position of Chairperson of the Africa Union Commission.
One of Raila's key advantages is his strong political legacy. With decades of leadership experience, he has built deep networks across Africa. Additionally, he enjoys support from key African leaders, including President William Ruto, which strengthens his bid. His experience in infrastructure and development is another plus, given his previous work with the AU on major projects. Lastly, Raila has consistently promoted a pan-African stance, aligning himself with the AU's vision of unity and progress.
Ladies and gentlemen, my selection to be Kenya's candidate is not about one man's ambition, but an African's journey to serve the motherland.
However, Raila faces major hurdles. The South African Development Community SADC is rallying behind Madagascar's candidate, creating significant voting blocs against him. Additionally, his historic election setbacks in Kenya raises concerns about whether he can clinch a win at the AU level. Powerful AU states such as Nigeria, South Africa, and Egypt will also play a crucial role, and their support is not guaranteed. Lastly, the AU politics and election process could make his path to victory even more challenging. Raila's biggest challenge comes from two contenders, the candidate from Madagascar and the young dynamic candidate from Djibouti. The Madagascar candidate has the full backing of SADC nations and is seen as a strong advocate for South African interests. He has diplomatic experience and economic policies that appeal to countries looking for a fresh perspective in AU leadership. Madagascar is also strategically positioning itself as a neutral African voice, which is gaining traction among the Francophone and Lusophone nations, potentially splitting Raila's voter base. Meanwhile, the Djibouti candidate is emerging as a dark horse. He is young, he is fluent in French and Arabic, and appealing to both the Francophone and Arab League nations. He presents himself as a modern, reformist leader who can bridge African linguistic and regional divides. With Djibouti's strategic geopolitical position and strong international alliances, he is gaining quiet but powerful backing from North African and Middle Eastern nations, making him a serious competitor in this race. If Raila wins, Kenya's influence in African politics will significantly grow. His leadership could drive major policy shifts within the AU, particularly in the governance and economic cooperation. On the other hand, if he loses, it could mark the end of his political career and weaken Kenya's regional power. Additionally, it could raise concerns about the AU election fairness and the influence of different regional blocs. Raila Odinga's bid is a high-stake political move. Whether he wins or loses, this election will shape Kenya's role in Africa for years to come. Do you think Raila Odinga will win? Let's discuss in the comments.